Lesson 52. Today's review covers these ideas. 6. I am upset because I see what is not there. Reality is never frightening. It is impossible that it could upset me. Reality brings only perfect peace. When I am upset, it is always because I have replaced reality with illusions I made up. The illusions are upsetting because I have given them reality, and thus regard reality as an illusion. Nothing in God's creation is affected in any way by this confusion of mine. I am always upset by nothing. 7. I see only the past. As I look about, I condemn the world I look upon. I call this seeing. I hold the past against everyone and everything, making them my enemies. When I have forgiven myself and remembered who I am, I will bless everyone and everything I see. There will be no past and therefore no enemies, and I will look with love on all that I failed to see before. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I see only my own thoughts, and my mind is preoccupied with the past. What then can I see as it is? Let me remember that I look on the past to prevent the present from dawning on my mind. Let me understand that I am trying to use time against God. Let me learn to give the past away, realizing that in so doing I'm giving up nothing. 9. I see nothing as it is now. If I see nothing as it is now, it can truly be said that I see nothing. I can see only what is now. The choice is not whether to see the past or the present. The choice is merely whether to see or not. What I have chosen to see has cost me vision. Now I would choose again that I may see. My thoughts do not mean anything. I have no private thoughts. Yet it is only private thoughts of which I am aware. What can these thoughts mean? They do not exist, and so they mean nothing. Yet my mind is part of creation, and part of its creator. Would I not rather join the thinking of the universe than to obscure all that is really mine with my pitiful and meaningless private thoughts? Deep insights into today's review. 6. I am upset because I see what is not there. Let's sit with this for a second. If I'm upset, I must be seeing something. And if I'm seeing something, it must be real. Right? Wrong. Reality is never frightening. That's a bold statement. If reality isn't scary, then what am I so worked up about? Illusions. I swapped out truth for illusions, and now my own mind is playing tricks on me. Like opening a milk carton thinking it's fresh, only to find out it's empty. That's what illusions do. They promise nourishment, but deliver nothing. 7. I see only the past. Ever had an argument with someone, but you're really just replaying every past argument you've had with them? That's this principle in action. We don't see people for who they are now. We see them as a walking scrapbook of past offences. But what happens when we let go of the past? No enemies, no grudges, just a clear, loving view of what's actually in front of us. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. We live in reruns. The mind is a 24/7 TV station playing the greatest hits of my painful past. And why? Because if I stay locked in the past, the present can't get in. The Course says we do this to use time against God. We weaponize memory to block love. But here's the good news. The past is already gone. Giving it up isn't sacrifice, it's just dropping dead weight. 9. I see nothing as it is now. Imagine you're wearing glasses covered in fog. That's what it's like to see through the past. It distorts everything. The choice isn't between seeing the past or the present. The choice is whether to see it all. Right now we think we see, but what we're looking at is a hologram of old pain and mistaken identity. Time to wipe the lens clean. My thoughts do not mean anything. Brace yourself. This is a hard one. You have no private thoughts. None. That's uncomfortable, right? But think about it. If the mind is one, how can we have a private, separate little bubble of thinking? The Course says our so-called private thoughts are actually meaningless, and they block us from the true thoughts of the universe. So, the big question is, do I want my lonely little echo chamber of thoughts, or do I want to join in the thinking of the universe? You're not upset for the reason you think. Let's stop fighting ghosts and start seeing truth.